Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby. And this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. You know, somebody had posed a question to me recently. And you know, this dude, he wanted to know that if it was cool for him to holler at his homeboy's ex. You know, they broke up, this, then, a third, and he wanted to know if he could hit them skins because they weren't official anymore. You know, he didn't give a fuck about her. She didn't give a fuck about him. And the feelings were mutual. You know what I'm saying? It was an amicable split. And, you know, the answer to that question is that, you know, it depends on if your homeboy's still feeling her. You know, if your homie still got feelings for old girl, for shorty, then, you know, leave her alone because there's too many women out there to fall out with your homie, with your ace, with your day one over a female. And likewise to you ladies, you know, if you have a homegirl and, you know, she broke up with her ex and you want to sleep with her ex, play with her ex, whatever the case may be, you want to go out with her ex, I would say, you know, holler at your homegirl first, you know, pull her to the side and say, look, you know, I'm feeling so and so and so and so. I know y'all have history. I just want to get your blessings. You know, if that's your friend, the best thing you can do is be upfront, is to keep it 100, is to communicate because you don't want to go behind your friend's back and sleep with your friend's ex and then they feel away, regardless of them not being together again. It's the principle of the situation. You feel me? And, you know, I would hate to see friendships fall out over an old situation. So, you know, I want to take it back to the fellas. You know, ladies, I'm sure these principles could apply to you and your homegirls. But fellas, you know, let's say you are feeling your homeboy's ex and you want to get in the inbox to set up a little something, something. You know, the best thing you can do is to pull your homie to the side and say, look, you know, I'm feeling so and so and so and so. I'm digging her style. You know, I know y'all broke up. I want to know what's up. Do you still have feelings for shorty? Or, you know, can I get them blessings to bust them cheeks? You feel me? And he could either say, nah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you fucking with her because I still got feelings and, you know, that's a violation. Or he could say, yo, go ahead. I don't give a fuck about the bitch. You know what I'm saying? He may not give a fuck about shorty. You know, so that's the best thing you can do because you don't want to be that homeboy. You don't want to be that slimy ass homeboy. Let's say if your homie passed away. You don't want to be that friend when you have a homie who passed away and you flirting with the baby mama or with the wife at the repast only to fuck her later on. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that slimy motherfucker. So it's all about the principles. It's all about keeping the bro code intact. You know, if you want to sleep with his women or get with his women, you know what I'm saying? Because he may have a lot of women. And just because he have a lot of women doesn't mean that it'd be okay for you to holler at them. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you really cherish your friendship with your homeboy, communicate. Because there's too many women out here to be thirsty over a small population of women. It's like, I don't get it. It's like it's too many skins out there to have a falling out. And it's a shame that, you know, a lot of dudes, they let women get in between them. And it doesn't have to be like that. Just keep it 100. Don't be on some slimy shit by going behind your homie's back because you want to be a creep and you want to prove to your homie, you want to alpha male your homie just to show him that you're able to sleep with his ex-main squeeze. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that. You know, that's not kosher. That's not bossy. You feel me? You know, there's a difference between, let's say your homie got a bad chick, like she's like, mwah, you know, she got a pretty face, curves, thick, or she's slim, thick, she's fit, whatever the case may be. She got her shit together, her hair done, her fashion game is on point, she's done up from head to toe, and, you know, she's dressing like $1 trillion, you dig? And, you know, you looking at her, but in the immortal words of Big Psych, rest in peace, from the group Outlaws Immortal, you could admire, but don't look too long. You know what I'm saying? You could admire your homie's girlfriend or his main squeeze or his side piece, But don't look too long. Don't lust after the chick. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could look at her because you still a man at the end of the day and you still got desires and you really can't front on the fact that your homie's girl looks good. But you can admire, but don't look too long and stare at shorty like she's a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? That's a violation too. You feel me? And you got these thoughts in your mind that you want to smash. And then, when they break up, all them feelings comes out. But even when all them feelings do come out, just holler at him. Just holler at your homie. If you really care about your homie, then you're going to pull him to the side and put him on game. Because y'all don't need to fight over fucking women. There's too many women out there. I don't get it. And then it's like, I don't get it. I really don't. And then it's like, well, on the flip side of that, if you don't give a fuck about him, then, you know what I'm saying, all bets are off. You could do whatever you want to do. You could, violate the friendship or the fake friendship that y'all had and just do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing. You probably don't give a fuck about him anyway. You probably fucked her while they were in the relationship. You feel me? Like you probably got your nut off, or you probably nutted in her while she was in a relationship with your homie or y'all fake homie. Because if he was really your homeboy, you wouldn't have done that shit. But you know what I'm saying? He was just somebody y'all kicked it with. And, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, there's a difference between friends, allies, and associates. You feel me? And a lot of times your homeboys or your homegirls, they're not really your friends. They're really your associates. You feel me? So, I just want to break that down. Just know the difference between your friends and your associates and your allies. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times your associates, they're not your day ones. And sometimes your allies could be an enemy because you got the partnership mixed up. Just like how, you may think that old boy is your man's, and then the next thing you know, he's blowing your ex's back out or your current homegirl, your current girlfriend's back out. You dig? It's a cold world out there. So wear a Snuggie. And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark. And this is your host, Not Son, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them. The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Why? Because it's going to make you say, na, 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 ow. And, shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. And shoot me with any questions and or concerns that you may have. Yeah, dig. And on that note, subscribe, rate, and comment this channel. Follow the podcast. It's on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, anywhere that podcasts could be heard. You feel me? And yes, and on that note, until next time, peace.